Hey y'all, hope all is well. I hope I don't be too loud. I'm actually in the process of trying to make me some guacamole and stuff, and gonna make me some a shrimp salad or whatnot. So I'm gonna try not to turn this into a cooking video. But nah, even though I'm about to give y'all some ingredients, but it ain't gonna be to it ain't gonna be to a meal. But anyway, so y'all look over there if y'all hear some stuff. But I guess what I wanted to talk about today was your next move, right? What's next? So I know with this being the end of the year, we're about to walk into another year. So basically, a big shift is about to come. A lot of changes or whatnot, and if you haven't been looking at my other videos, then you can check the other ones out. And I was talking a lot about the seasons or whatnot, because the seasons change or whatnot, and you have to be mindful of your seasons. When they change, you have to be prepared for them. Like for instance, we haven't even gotten into winter yet, but winter is about to come in about a week, I want to say. So like I said, just because you're in one season doesn't mean that everybody is in the same season that you are. Even though this might be winter for you, it might be summer for somebody else. So, you know, like I said, being able to discern and being able to properly place where you are, and where you're going. Because like I said, you understand your season, you understand where you're going, and not only that, it's easier for you to pass tests when you understand your seasons, right? It's easy. It's easier for you to keep faith. It's easier for you to maneuver through certain things when you understand how to prepare for your next season, right? So basically, like I said, this is about what's next. So a lot of times, like I said, we're at the end of the year. A lot of people, on this, my next move gonna be my best move. You know, and a lot of times we get excited. Especially if we had a good year. Some of us had excellent years or whatnot. And some of us didn't have the best. But like I said in the previous video, this was the year of new beginnings. So a lot of people got a lot of new beginnings. A lot of great things have happened to them. But at the same time, you have another group that it seemed like everything fell apart for them, right? But you can't believe what you see. And you have to understand on another level when it comes to when things start to seem like they start to crumble. You gotta think about it. In every ending, there's a new beginning. So guess what? Some things had to end in order for you to properly walk into your new beginning. So to the ones that are struggling with their 18, don't be discouraged. Some things had to end. Some things had to come about so you can properly walk into 19, right? So, like I said, you have to understand that when one door closed, another open. And some things that you cannot go, God will not allow you to walk into your next season with, right? Certain things, certain people, he not gonna bless you with certain things with. It's not until you learn to let certain things go, learn to accept certain things, that you'll be able to get to your next level. And sometimes your next level, your next move includes moving on from a thing or from a person, right? So with that being said, going back to my next move gonna be my best move, your next move might very well be your test move. So don't get too quick when it comes to jumping into certain things or making quick decisions and stuff, because very well, like I said, a lot of times God tests the thing before he give you a thing. So before he bless you, he want to see, can you handle things, and he want to also test your ability to be able to let go of certain things, right? Because in order to receive something, you have to free up space. You get what I'm saying? So you can't keep old things or dead things and try to think that you're gonna be able to get new things when you still holding on to dead things. Because like I said in the previous post about, fruit or whatnot, when you get the wrong fruit or whatnot, what you have to do is throw that bad fruit away, right? Because we all know that when it comes to fruit, that fruit, if it's rotten, if it sit on the other fruit, it would mess all the other fruit. It would ruin all the other fruits along with it or whatnot. So you have to be careful when you be around certain environments, okay? When you're around certain people, because guess what? That person, their energy, they vibe, or whatever demons they dealing with, it will definitely attach to you. So it's the same thing when you're dealing with fruits. When you're dealing with fruit, I mean, the first time you see mold on something, what you do? You want to remove that strawberry away from all the other strawberries. The mold gonna start to grow on the rest of it, right? So you have to be mindful of that in real life as well. When you're dealing with people and things that just are rotten, okay, and not toxic and no good or whatnot. So I was looking for the post if y'all was wondering what I was doing. So basically, it was like the post was 2018 was a big eye opener for a lot of us, in which it was. A lot of us was reminded that things that look good did not stop those same things from being rotten on the inside. What a lesson. I know, right? It was a big lesson this year. But guess what? It helped us to realize that no matter how you try to pick them, meaning fruit or people, apply it to whatever situation you need to apply it to, some things only happen to heighten your awareness. So a lot of times God do things because he want to test your sight, right? He want to test your hearing, right? He want to test your ability to be able to catch on, your comprehension, right? So when you get tested, it's not about what you know. Sometimes, it's about your ability to remember things, right? Because in school, like I said early on, they don't test what you know. They do not test what you know, because if they did, a lot of us would have failed it, but schools basically test your memory. They test your ability to remember things. When you have tests, you're basically studying, and you telling them what you remembered, right? You ain't gonna know it unless you remember it. You have the ability to articulate or formulate whatever they told you what was what. I remember that 1 + 1 = 2. Memory, right? So going back to like I was saying, but guess what? It helped us to realize that no matter how you pick them, some things only happen to you to help heighten your awareness. So meaning, like, even in this video, like, you see these fruits, because what inspired me is I was cutting up some fruit the other day, some apples, right? I love my Granny Smiths. So I was cutting it up, and this is what I got. I got a bad apple, right? See, looks can be deceiving. You got the soul right there on the inside. You see the outer appearance, what appeared to look good. It wasn't all that great, right? Same way when I cut the apple open. Because, when I spend my money on stuff, because I try my best that when I'm picking fruit, that I'm making sure that I'm picking the best. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, you want good fruit when you pick them. The same way when you pick relationships, when you pick people, you have to really examine your fruit and make sure you're picking the best of the best, right? So anyway, like I was saying, everything that glitter isn't gold. True enough. A lot of times we get wrapped up over certain things, our ideal of things, the way we think things should go, or our own expectations, right? And we get food, it's a hit or miss. And not so much that we get food, but this indicator of this apple, like I said, this apple looked good, right? But when I cut it on the inside, it was bad on the inside. But it looked just as good as the other apples. You get what I'm saying? It was hit or miss for me. It was like it was bound to happen. It was meant to happen. Certain things are meant to happen, right? Because like I said, it was a good apple, but it was ruined on the inside. But I was looking at the apple, and this apple, if you look at it, it was just too much. It was too much for me. So what I did, I ended up throwing it away, because I was like, usually when you get a little soggy piece or a bad part, you will cut it off, right? But this was too much work for me. So the same thing of when you're dealing with bad apples, bad relationships, bad people that don't mean you good. When you see that something is too much for you, you throw that thing away. This was not, look at this, y'all. This was not worth all the work for me to eat the fruit. It was not worth it. So I'm like, you know what? I just throw this fruit away. It ain't that serious. I can get another, okay? And I went and got me some more apples. That's what I did, because that's what I do. Even in life, when you get a bad apple, you get rid of it, because you don't want it to contaminate other areas of your life, right? So, back to this. So, certain things happen, and people be so deep on certain things, or be so in their head, when it's simple as that. Whatever happened to you, it was supposed to happen the way it was supposed to happen. And at the end of the day, that, like I was saying about certain things, just happen to get your attention. Certain things happen to get your attention so you can readjust, okay? God tried to warn to come before destruction anyway. Because 9 out of 10, if something happened, you had plenty of warnings right before it came up. If you really sit back and examine everything, you had plenty of warning, right? You have to be able to read into patterns, right? Because patterns don't lie. Because people say things all the time, and that's a true indicator right there that what's in the heart flow out the mouth, right? So a lot of times you can't hide certain things. People will tell you certain things on themselves, or even if they're not trying to tell it, their pattern, how they move, or if their mouth don't match whatever their action is, that's a key indicator that something off, okay, something wrong or whatnot. So basically, this is what I said about the fruit. I said, in short, when you get a bad apple, you throw it away. So you won't get sick. Like I said, you don't want to get sick, because bad fruit will make you sick. Get food poisoning and some more, be off. Then guess who having to pay for? You're gonna have to pay for it even more, because now you sick, you missing days off and other stuff. Like now you in this mental mind frame, can't get out your head, depressed, all this other stuff because of bad fruit, right? So I'm trying to compare it to regular day life, so y'all can get what I'm saying. So you won't get sick, or it doesn't affect other fruit. Because remember what I said earlier, when you leave that fruit around your other fruit, it's gonna start contaminating the other fruit. It's gonna start rotting the other fruit faster. So what you do, so that cancer or whatever that is in the fruit, that mold or whatever won't spread, you've removed it, right? You throw it away, you throw it out or whatnot, so it doesn't affect the other areas in your life, whether that's your work life, your family life, your personal life, your growing life, your spiritual life, whatever you need. So next you go to get another one. So like I said, I don't mind going to get some more fruit. When I see a bad fruit, hey, I can just I can go to the grocery store, and there's plenty of apples in there. I can go pick me another, just like that, okay? Take it how you want. So then, like I said, you make the apple pie. So, I mean, First of all, obviously, I will hope that you won't want to make apple pie out of rotten fruit, right? I would think that you'll want some fresh fruit to make an apple pie with, because at the end of the day, you can, it goes hand in hand with foundations. When you build things out of the wrong stuff or bad things, it ain't gonna taste good. Either that pie gonna be terrible, it's gonna be nasty, it's gonna make you sick and whoever indulge in it sick, or either if you building a house, a foundation, if it's built off lies, if it's built off false or wrong intentions, meaning material gains, it's not gonna last. It's gonna flop, right? It's gonna flop. So, that was the whole point of the Three Little Pigs. It was about the lessons and learning how to build a house, your foundation, and building a house out of the right things. It took them 2 times to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2 people just want to build a house out of whatever they want to make it out of, and guess what? Them houses got blew down, right? Because they weren't using their head and they didn't see the bigger picture. They was just thinking, oh yeah, if I want my house out of stick, then I'm gonna make it out of stick. If I want to build it out of straw, I'm gonna make it out of straw. And I might be like, hey, I want to build my house out of glass, and you might can. But just make sure you can afford that good glass, that bulletproof glass. So, it's all, like I said, when I talk about that, it's all about just understanding what you building from, or your intent, or when you see things. Because like I said, this apple, it looked good, because I was so enticed by that apple, because I love apples. So of course, it was hit or miss for me. So that's what I mean by some things just bound to happen, because it could have been, just out of that whole bunch, just so happened that I got one bad apple. And sometimes you don't know what you got until after you open it. And it might take a while for you to realize it, because guess what? While you at the store, you ain't gonna know. Unless you bite into it in. So like I said, some things take a while before you know what you got or whatnot. So back to this next move, right? Because I'm saying all this to build on some things. So a lot of times we get excited and we go be like, my next move, my best move, yeah, I hope so. But at the end of the day, you have to learn that that life moves in cycles. They move in seasons. Seasons are cycles, okay? So not only that, you have to understand too that when it comes to certain things, you're gonna always be tested on it, right? So a lot of times, like I said, it's easy to get tested or whatnot, to fail a test, especially when either you're trying to hurry up and get through it, right? It's easy to miss something when you're trying to rush and take a test, right? You're bound to fail if you're trying to rush, or you're not going to do as well. Not only that, you have to, like I said, sometimes before God give you things, he want to test your ability to be able to handle things. So a lot of times he might test you in certain areas to see how you going to deal with the fruit that you just got. How you going to deal with it? Are you still going to eat it even though you got a bad fruit? Are you going to let your fear or your resources stop you from throwing this fruit away? So like I said, with certain things, God tests certain things, because certain things he not going to give you until you release certain things. You have to release certain mindsets, certain lessons you have to get, because at the end of the day, a lot of times people come because they coming so they can strengthen your character, so they can strengthen your trusting in yourself, loving yourself, and also, like I said, they come so they can grow you, right? So you'll be able to have the tools and equip you with the things that you need for the right person or the right fruit that you're supposed to bear, right? Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, you know, that verse, be fruitful and multiply. I mean, you want to make sure that you got good fruit. You dealing with good fruit, because you can be fruitful and multiply, but they don't mean your fruit good. You know, everybody have fruit, but, you know, like I said, I mean, I guess it was a bad investment, right? So guess what I did? It had to go down the drain. I had to throw it away. Money lost, but hey, oh well, because guess what? I got better fruit or whatnot. So anyway, going back to that, be careful in this season, because like I said, a lot of people excited. It's a new year. We're about to go through a major shift, right? Our season's about to change. So whenever you're about to enter another season, you better be looking out for a test. So like I said, it's easy to get food because, hey, you get tempted. Not only that, you get the rushing through a test and you end up failing or not seeing what you need to see, and you end up failing the test or whatnot. And when you fail a test, okay, not to say that it won't come back around, because good thing that we have a God that, you know, he don't hold stuff against you. So, but you have to understand that it's certain doors, right? You have a time limit on certain things. And if you miss or you fail certain tests, then you have only a certain, think about it. Some tests in the natural that you have a certain time period that you can retake it, right? Meaning you have to go through this process, right, before you can even retake the test again. Meaning it throws you into another cycle. Now you in another waiting period because you failed that test, right? So it's the same way in the spirit world, right? When God dealing with you, when he trying to get you to see some things, or before he trying to propel you to the next season or the next level in your life, right? So a lot of times that's why I talk about cycles, trying to help teach you and educate you on cycles and how God operate, how seasons and stuff change and what to expect or whatnot in identifying your season, because it's very important when it comes to being able to maneuver and being able to pass the test that you need to, so you won't get stuck in the 7-year cycle or this life cycle, which creates you know, like I said, just unnecessary stuff. When you just learn a lesson, get the lesson, see things that you need to see, and stop trying to rush through tests. Stop trying to hurry up and do stuff. Jump into things. It's almost like if it's storming outside, or if I'm in a desert, right? A dry place. Trying to figure out what I need to do or whatnot. And it's a desert storm. Sand everywhere in my eyes. I can't see. Right? I can't see it all. Do I keep going or do I stay still? No. So this is a time of evaluation, self-evaluation, reflecting. Okay? It's very important that you reflect, because it's not till you reflect that you get to learn the lessons that you might have missed when you was taking that test, because I promise you that test is about to come back up. So if you didn't take the time to self-reflect, to reflect on the things that you needed to do, okay, you're going to miss that test, and it's going to throw you into another cycle. Because I'm telling you right now, we're about to go into another year. It's going to be awesome. I'm telling you, like, it's what, 2019. I told you 9 is about the fruits, you know. Yeah, it's about fruits, you know, and gifts. You know, when you get fruit, you know, that's a treat. So next year is going to be a year of treats, okay? A year of rewards. But you have to have past tests, right? For you to get the fruits, the good fruits. Because it's going to be definitely some fruit. But if you fail the test, then you're not going to have so many good fruits, right? Your fruit ain't going to be that good. right? Because you reap what you sow. Whatever seeds you plant, that's the seeds you're gonna reap. You're gonna get. That's what's gonna come to surface. So like I said, this video getting a little lengthy, so I'm gonna have to break it up in another part. But like I said, y'all just be mindful of this major shift. You know, like I said, it's gonna be a great year or whatnot. So you won't get stuck in a cycle, because this is gonna be a year of many, you know, opportunities. A lot of doors gonna be open, and guess what? Those old keys will not open these new doors. So whatever you trying to bring into the new year, you might want to analyze it and make sure that it's good fruit, right? And whatever soil you own, whatever you're trying to build on, make sure it's on good grounds. You building good, strong foundations, because guess what? If you build the wrong foundations, regardless of what you're talking about, it's gonna flop, okay? And then you're gonna be mad, and you're gonna be wasted all these years at a place with a person, you know, end up with somebody for 10 years when you could have just saw things for what it was and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Now you all, you know, old, and you done gave somebody all your youth because all you had to do was get a lesson. But because you're stubborn and you didn't want to get the lesson to see what you needed to see, so you can be catapulted into the next level, so you can get prepared for who you need to be with, or what the place that you really truly need to be at, you end up getting stuck and end up spending 20 years on a job being disgruntled, you know, bitter and angry. You know what I mean? So you have to be mindful of certain things, y'all. So like I said, this is a little lengthy, so I'm gonna do another one. Y'all be good.